from the Bath Township Public Library, and you are watching Storytime Anytime. So we always start Storytime with our special hello song, and while we sing, we do 2 words in American Sign Language. The first word is hello. So you're going to put your hand to the side of your head and lift it up and away, just like you're saluting. Now, friends, we're going to take our 2 pointer fingers, and they are best friends, and they are going to give each other hugs. Are you ready to sing with me? We're going to sing it 2 times. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Ready to sing again? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Great job, everybody. So Labor Day was just a little while ago. Labor Day is a holiday where we celebrate all different kinds of work and jobs that people do. So we're going to read some stories about different jobs and people in our community. But first, we're going to do a fun song all about using tools and building. Can you think of a job that maybe uses tools and building? It could be a carpenter, maybe building something like furniture, or maybe a construction worker that's working on a road or building a house even. Are you ready? We just need our hands.
Here is a little game in which you can make all of the motions just using your hands. Hammer, saw, and rubbing your 2 palms together, sandpaper.
All right.
Here we go.
Hear the sounds? All right, let's wait and hear what one's first. Using your saw?
Sandpaper. Sandpaper.
Are you rubbing your hands together?
Sandpaper. Saw. Sandpaper. 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 Saw. Well, now let's try that again. But this time, you can just listen to the sounds that the instruments make and see what motions make sense.
All right, you have to listen really careful. Do you remember the sounds? What's that one? Hammer. The saw? Oh, we're back to hammer. Saw. Oh, what's that? Sandpaper. Are you rubbing your hands together? Oh, there's the saw again.
Hammer. 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 Saw. Hammer. 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 Saw.
Good listening, guys. So our first story today is called Whose Hands Are These? A community helper guessing book. That means you're going to have to help guess things. This is written by Miranda Paul and it's illustrated by Luciana Navarro Powell, and this is published by Millbrook. Oh, I see lots of hands. Hands can wiggle. Can you wiggle your fingers? Hands can clap. Can you clap your hands? Hands can wrap. Can you wrap your hands around each other like you're holding hands? Hands can flap, 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 flap like a bird, and tap. Can you tap your hands on your knees? But hands can help. So raise your hands, please. You raise your hand? Can you guess whose hands are these? Hoe and sow, these hands are soiled. Sweep and reap, these hands have toiled. Toiled is another word for working really hard. In the barn, these hands are charmers. Very carefully getting some eggs. These hands belong to many. Who do we think these hands belong to? Who takes care of animals and plants things? Are you ready? Farmers, of course. Do we see the farmers? There's a cow and a chicken. All right, here's our next clue. Choose, peruse. These hands are picky. Mix and mash. These hands are sticky. These hands flip through food-stained books. These hands belong to gifted. Do you have a guess? Cooks. I think they're making some pizza. Would you like to be a pizza cook? All right, here's our next clue. Emergency! These hands climb high. Can you pretend to climb a ladder? Gloves keep fingers safe and dry. Some thick gloves. These hands work days and overnighters. These are the hands of... This one's pretty easy, isn't it? Firefighters. Here they are, climbing the ladder and putting out the fire. Quest and test. These hands are turning. Test again. These hands are learning. Weigh and count. Their work persists. These hands belong to... This one's a little bit harder. This one, it looks like he might be brushing off a fossil in the dirt. This one, he's using a microscope. And a test tube. And he's weighing something. It looks like a chemical, a solution. Scientists. Scientists can work in a lab, or a paleontologist that uncovers dinosaur bones and fossils who works outside is also a scientist. There's lots of different kinds of scientists. All right, here's our next clue. Push and play. These hands are shaping. Wet with clay, these hands are scraping. These hands keep on adding water. These are the hands of one great... This might not be something you've seen before. He's working with a wheel that holds clay and it spins it, and he uses his hands to shape the clay. And once it's dry, now he's painting it. He is a potter. Do you see? He's made some mugs. Up here, he's got some bowls and things that he's made with clay that he isn't quite ready to paint, it looks like. That would be an interesting job, huh? All right, here's another clue. Taking notes. These hands are writing. Breaking story? How exciting. These hands can type or hold recorders. These hands belong to... You might know what this is if you ever watch the news with your mom or dad. Are we ready? News reporters. So news reporters can show things on television. They can also write newspaper articles. It looks like somebody is stuck in a tree and they are reporting, and the firefighters are coming to help get them down. All right, here's our next clue. Yank and crank, these hands are smeared. Reach and wrench, they've disappeared. When something breaks these hands, don't panic. These hands belong to a... Who fixes cars when they break down and works on engines? A mechanic. Do you see? He's fixing the car. All right, here's our next clue. Dream and sketch. These hands draw lines. Stack and build. They form designs. Measure twice. Check all the specs. These hands belong to an... They are designing a house or a building. So we call somebody that designs the buildings, comes up with how they're going to look and how the parts fit together, a special word. You might not have heard it before. An architect. So you see, people, they're making the building, and the person that is designing the building is the architect. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Arms up high, these hands keep score. Throwing flags, they say, no more. Each hand signs and oversees. These hands belong to a red card, a yellow flag, a stopwatch, a black and white striped shirt. If you watch sports, I bet you know what this is. Referees. Do you think he called him safe? All right, here we go. Rub and scrub, these hands are clean. Wearing gloves, these hands are green. These hands all have healing missions. These hands belong to your... Look, they're putting bandages on. They have something to maybe look in your nose and your eyes. They make sure they wash their hands lots so they don't spread germs. Physicians. Physicians is another word for a doctor. I bet you've seen a doctor before, right? Here we go again. Come on in, these hands wave sweetly. Caked in chalk, these hands write neatly. These hands care for kids and creatures. These hands belong to helpful teachers. Are you in school now? Do you have a teacher? Looks like they're learning about reptiles. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? Greeting, eating, dressing, sharing, cleaning, caring, or repairing. Let your hands try something new. One day, what could your hands do? Look at all the different jobs. So the reporter, the firefighter, a physician, a cook, a scientist. Ooh, I think he wants to be a pilot of an airplane. Ooh, maybe an astronaut. There's so many different things you could be. Looks like she wants to be a musician. Do you know what you'd like to be when you're a grown-up? Our next story is a brand new book. This is called Trashy Town. This is written by Andrea Zimmerman and David Clemesha, and it's illustrated by Dan Yacarino, and it's published by HarperCollins. So this is one of my favorite new books. My little boy loves garbage trucks and wants to be a garbage man, and it's a pretty important job. Can you imagine if we didn't have garbage trucks? We would be in a big mess. So this story is all about Mr. Gilly. Mr. Gilly is a trash man. In the morning, Mr. Gilly puts on his heavy gloves and he climbs into his big trash truck. He turns the key. Can you turn the key? And he drives his empty truck down the street. He is looking for trash. Can you pretend to drive your trash truck down the street looking for trash? Stop! There are trash cans by the school. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. So we're gonna dump it in, smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives on. So keep driving your trash truck. Stop! There are trash cans in the park. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. So we're gonna dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives on. Keep driving your trash truck. Stop! There are trash cans behind the pizza parlor. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. So dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives on. Stop! There are trash cans next to the doctor's office. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Dump it in, smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives on. Keep driving your trash truck. Stop! There are trash cans by the fire station. Mr. Gilly empties the cans into the truck. Dump it in, smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives down all the streets in Trashy Town. He empties all the trash cans into the truck. Look at all those trash cans. Can we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you think you could balance that many trash cans? That's an awful lot. Dump it in, smash it down. Drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? What do you think? Is it full now? Yes! Mr. Gilly has cleaned up the whole town. Mr. Gilly drives the full trash truck to the dump. Up, up, up goes the truck, and down, down, down goes the trash. It all comes out. I dumped it in and I smashed it down. I love to clean up Trashy Town. Mr. Gilly turns off the key and he takes off his gloves. Then he goes home. Now, there's only one more thing to clean up. What do you think it is? Time for a bath, Mr. Gilly. The end. Our final story is called They're Heroes Too, a celebration of community. And this is written by Pat Brisson, and this is illustrated by Annette Semerjian. And this is published by Tilbury. So I'm excited about this story because Pat Brisson is a former school teacher, school librarian, and a public librarian. Annette Semerjian is a fairly new illustrator, and I already love her illustrations. You should go to her website to check out her other books that she's illustrated. She is wonderfully talented. Most heroes aren't the super kind with capes who fly through air. They're people we see every day who always show they care. Do you see He's feeding these cats that are strays, and he probably doesn't need to. The ones who teach us in our schools, who help us cross the street, who care for us when we get sick. So we have a doctor who's taking care of her, and we also have another kind of doctor who looks like she's seeing her dog and her cat. Do you know what the word for a doctor who takes care of animals is? A veterinarian. And if you have a dog or a cat that you love a lot, I bet you think your veterinarian is a hero too. There are people who serve good food to eat. So, waitresses and waiters, the people that clean the dishes and cook the food, they're all heroes. The heroes in their great big trucks who take our trash away. Just like the last story we read. We wouldn't want to live in a town without garbage trucks, would we? The driver on our school bus who greets us every day. Do you ride a school bus? Or maybe know someone who does? Heroes bring our mail to us. There's the mail person coming. Looks like she's bringing a package. That's exciting. They work at cutting hair. They set out food in grocery stores. Heroes everywhere. So they're talking about taking care of our planet, which is also really important. And when we're brave or generous, we kids are heroes too. So look, they're working on cleaning up. Looks like the yard outside the school. Picking up garbage, raking leaves, planting a tree. You be there for me. So it looks like she dropped her books. And he's helping to pick them up for her. That was very kind. And I'll be there for you. What did she notice? Maybe he's new in school and he hasn't made any friends yet. And she's gonna go sit next to him. That's another really kind thing to do. The people we see every day doing what they do. Do you see a superhero? I see somebody wearing a superhero costume. What's he doing? I think he's delivering pizza. If I was hungry for pizza, that might make him a superhero in my eyes too. They bind our world together. That makes them heroes too. So look at her whole town. You have people building the houses. There's the mail person. There she is walking with her new friend. School bus driver. We have farms. Those people are heroes too that grow our food, aren't they? Heroes are people who make the world a better place through their work, their generosity, and caring interactions with others. Be a hero. So you can be a hero just by being kind and helping people. The end. Next, we're going to sing and dance along with a super silly action song. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is called 5 Dinosaurs Riding in Cars. And this is by Nancy Stewart. Many of you may not be aware of Nancy Stewart or have heard of her before. She has been in children's music for a really long time. If you go to nancymusic.com, her website, you can see all the wonderful music that she has made over the years for children, and you can download the MP3s. She has lyrics. and lots of other fun stuff. So I highly encourage everyone to do that. She is a wonderful, wonderful musician. So the actions for this song. We're gonna be riding cars, and we're gonna step on the gas. We're gonna go really fast, and then one of us is gonna get a flat tire. And the tire's gonna go ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And then we're gonna yell, "Go on without us," to the other dinosaurs. And the other dinosaurs are gonna be riding, and they're gonna step on the gas, go really fast. They're all gonna get flat tires. But finally, the last dinosaur is gonna change the tire. So he's gonna jack up the car, and he's gonna take off the flats. He's gonna jack down the car, and then he's gonna go and pick up the rest of his friends. Are you ready? All right, we got 5 dinosaurs. Get ready to ride in your car.
There were 5 dinosaurs riding in cars, having a really good time. They said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and they did until one got a flat tire. Ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And he said,
Go on without me.
Then there were 4 dinosaurs riding in cars, having a really good time. They said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and they did until one got a flat tire. Ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And he said,
Go on without me.
Then there were 3 dinosaurs riding in cars, having a really good time. They said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and they did until one got a flat tire. Ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And he said,
Go on without me.
Then there were 2 dinosaurs riding in cars, having a really good time. They said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and they did until one got a flat tire. Ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And he said, "Go on without me." Then there was 1 dinosaur riding in a car, having a really good time. He said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and he did until he got a flat tire. Ka-chunk, 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 whoosh. And he said, "I know what I'll do. I'll change the tire." So he jacked up the car, and he took off the flat.
Take off the flat.
And he put on the spare.
Jack it back down.
And he jacked down the car. And he said, "I'll pick up my friends." Then there were 5 dinosaurs riding in a car, having a really good time. They said, "Step on the gas, we'll go really fast," and they did, and down the road they went flying. So long.
I told you that one was really silly, but a lot of fun. Well, story time is almost over. All we have left to do is to sing our goodbye song. Our goodbye song is a lot like our hello song, but instead of signing hello, we're going to sign goodbye. Do you remember, friends? Our 2 pointer fingers are best friends, and they are going to give each other hugs. Remember, we're going to sing it 2 times. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. One more time. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching Storytime Anytime. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also come into the Bath Township Public Library sometime. We would love to see you. Bye.